So is Mysterio actually confirmed for the Spider-Man Homecoming 2 or just Spider-Man 2 movie? I'm going to be talking about all of this in today's video. How's it going, Webheads? My name is Ryan Walsh, and if you guys liked Spider-Man, you guys want more videos on all things Spider-Man and the MCU, definitely consider subscribing below to Webhead and turn on the notification bell so you guys don't miss a thing. So this morning, it has been confirmed that actually Jake Gyllenhaal is meeting with Marvel Studios to actually talk about the new Spider-Man Homecoming 2 movie that we'll be shooting probably around July of this year. And of course, we've talked a lot about Spider-Man 2 on this channel, and we've actually talked about exactly who could be the villains. Well, it's coming out that actually Jake Gyllenhaal is actually in the running to play Mysterio. Marvel is talking to him right now, really going over the idea of him playing Mysterio. And I think this is very interesting in several different ways. And I don't think he's going to be the only main villain in this movie. I just want to say that right off the bat. I think there might be another one as well. But of course, we've been talking about the Spider-Man 2 villain for a long time now. And a lot of people have been speculating, basically, is Mark Hamill actually going to be playing Doc Ock? Are we going to be getting Kraven? Could we get Green Goblin? Who is actually going to be the villain? Well, it looks like Mysterio is definitely going to be one of the main villains. I'm just going to say one of the main villains because I have a feeling that they're actually going to be putting two villains in this movie. I have a feeling it's not just going to be Mysterio, but I do think he will be one of the main villains. Basically, just because it's Jake Gyllenhaal in the running to play him. If you're getting an actor like Jake Gyllenhaal to play Mysterio, that's going to be a huge role. They're not just getting him to play a small role, unless it's going to be something really funny like they did in Deadpool 2 with Brad Pitt. No, actually, if you really think about it, the reason why they're going to be doing this is really just because they want an A-list actor to play like a B-level villain. If you really think about it, Mysterio is not one of those A-list villains, but of course, Marvel time and time again tries to take these kind of weirder characters and bring them up into the A-list character. And I love that they're doing Mysterio. That makes me really excited. Of course, we don't know if this is all going to go through. Jake Gyllenhaal is not completely attached to the project right now, but he is in the running to play Mysterio. So obviously, if they're looking for somebody to play Mysterio, most likely it's going to happen. He's probably going to be one of the main villains in the movie. And the reason why I really say that is just because I feel like there's still going to be a chance that Kraven the Hunter is going to be in this. Because I think Mysterio could definitely have his own movie out there. But the way they had Spider-Man Homecoming and how they dealt with that movie, they had not only the Vulture in that movie, they also had the Shocker, they had the Tinkerer, and they had the Prowler. Of course, the Prowler didn't ever suit up, but he was still there. So I'm thinking that they're going to have a bunch of different characters. And I feel like we also could see like villains from past movies. Maybe we're going to see Vulture. He was definitely seated at the end credit scene of Spider-Man Homecoming to come back. So isn't Scorpion, Matt Gargan. We saw him in the jail cell in the end credit scene as well. So I'm thinking those characters could definitely play a part. But I think Kraven definitely should be one of these characters. Of course, I just put out a video a week ago talking about the villains that I wanted to see and which ones I think had the most potential of playing in Spider-Man Homecoming 2. And I just think Kraven, I have a really good feeling that Kraven could be in this movie. And I think if we had a Mysterio and Kraven team up on Spider-Man, that would be amazing. I would love to see it. And honestly, I think they're really trying to build towards the Sinister Six for the third Spider-Man movie. You look at the jail scene, that end credit scene like I mentioned before in Homecoming, we actually look at, say, Vulture and Matt Gargan, the Scorpion, actually talking about how Matt Gargan knows people that want to get Spider-Man, that want to take out Spider-Man. So I think right there, the seeding the Sinister Six, I think that was pretty obvious. But now really going to this movie, you can't just have one villain like Mysterio. I think you need to set multiple villains, because if you're going to do that third movie and that's where you're going to do Sinister Six, you have to have all these characters come together for some reason. They all have to meet. They'll probably all go to the same jail, but I have a feeling that you're going to need more than just Mysterio in this movie. That's just my speculation on this. I do think this would be awesome, and I'm actually very surprised that they are actually going after Jake Gyllenhaal for this role. If you really look at it, Jake Gyllenhaal is like a A-list actor. He is extremely good. I personally am a huge fan of Jake Gyllenhaal. I think he's a great actor. And I know he was actually rumored to be Batman in whatever they're doing over there at the DCU. He was going to take over from Ben Affleck being Batman. So from him being like considered to be one of the Batmans and everybody's on board with that and he's rumored to play Batman, now he's going to play Mysterio. That's a huge news, and I personally think this is awesome. And I actually think they're going to be taking Mysterio in a very cool direction. I think they're actually really going to try to make this villain shine, and I hope he does have the fishbowl head. I know there's a lot of people out there that don't want to see that. I personally want to see the fishbowl head on Mysterio's head, and I want to see him in that just classic suit at least once. Just put him in there once. But at first, I want to see him like that, and then I want him to actually like come into this new villain face where he actually is all upgraded. He looks a little more intimidating. He definitely looks scarier, and I do want him to actually be a lot cooler than what he was in the comic books too. So I want a little bit of both. I thought the Vulture was definitely a really good representation of that. They didn't have like a before and after costume, they just had what he was, and I think they did really well. So if they do something like that with Mysterio, I'll be totally for it, because Vulture is one of those characters as well, where you look at Vulture from the comic books and you're like, he's not really that great of a villain, he's actually really corny, but now really seeing him in Homecoming, he's intimidating, he's really cool, and he kind of was a little scary too at points, and you had a great actor portraying him. So I'm thinking they're doing the exact same thing with Mysterio, and I have a feeling they're going to do more than one character, like I said before, so they can build up that Sinister Six team. But of course, Webheads, let me know down in the comments below what you guys think of this. Do you guys think this is a good idea that Jake Gyllenhaal actually will play Mysterio? Also, if you want more videos on all this stuff, check out the 2 videos below me, and subscribe right over here for more on Spider-Man 2. Thank you guys very much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Bye-bye.